All right, let's just dive right in. We're about to peel back the layers on a name you think you know, but it has a secret history. One that's packed with ancient kings, serious power, and a transformation so complete, it's almost unbelievable. So when you hear the name Meredith today, what pops into your head? For most of us, right, it's a name that just feels sophisticated. It's classic, it's elegant, and it's almost always a woman's name. It just has this certain air of grace to it. But what if I told you that behind that elegant name is a hidden meaning that's, well, the complete opposite? What if its original meaning was actually Great Lord? Yeah, that's the mind-bending puzzle we're going to unravel today. So let's start by digging into that secret. How does a name that feels so modern and feminine trace its roots all the way back to such a powerful masculine title? Well, the answer is buried deep in the history of Wales. Everybody, meet Meredith. This is the original. This is the ancient Welsh name that started it all. And it was a name for boys. And not just any boys. We're talking nobles, rulers, men with serious power and status. This is where the story of Meredith really begins. So, to really get it, we need to do a little bit of linguistic detective work. Let's break down the Old Welsh and see exactly where this great lord idea comes from. Okay, so the name's DNA is actually pretty simple. The first part, it comes from the Welsh word mared, which means greatness or magnificence. The second part, ud, means lord or ruler. You put them together and you get Meredith, the great lord. Simple, powerful, and 100% masculine. Now, you might have heard another theory, that Meredith means sea lord. And look, it's a popular idea, but linguists call this a folk etymology. It probably popped up because the Welsh word for sea is more, which sounds kind of similar, but all the historical manuscripts and the academic research, it all points straight back to Mared, to greatness, not the sea. And here's the crucial thing. This wasn't just a name with a powerful meaning on paper. It was a name used by powerful people. It was, quite literally, a name fit for a king. This timeline really shows you the epic journey of this name. It goes way back. I mean, we see it with Saint Meredith in the 6th century. It hits this peak of power with King Meredith of Owain around the year 1000. And then, look at that last entry, Louisa Ann Meredith, born in 1812. You can just feel that something is about to change, right? And the name's original power is perfectly captured by this guy, Meredith of Owain. He wasn't some small-time lord. He was a unifier, a defender against Viking raids, a totally central figure in Welsh history. His name was a statement, and boy did he live up to it. And that brings us to the most fascinating chapter in this name's story, its incredible journey from a symbol of masculinity to a staple of femininity. I mean, how on earth does that even happen? Well, it happened in 3 key steps. First, back in Wales, the first name Meredith slowly morphed into the last name Meredith. Second, as people moved, that surname spread all over the English-speaking world. And then the third, final step. In the late 1800s, people started hearing this elegant-sounding surname and thinking, hey, that would make a great first name for my daughter. And that change was fast. I mean, really fast. By the 1920s, the shift was undeniable. The name of ancient Welsh kings was now overwhelmingly being given to baby girls in America and elsewhere. The great gender switch was basically complete. And even though she had it as a surname, incredible women like Louisa Ann Meredith probably helped cement the name's new, sophisticated identity. She was a celebrated writer, a brilliant artist, and a conservationist who had huge commercial success when very few women did. Her pioneering spirit gave the name a whole new kind of power. So, that brings us to today. What's the legacy of this great lord in our modern world? Let's take a look. The name really hit its stride in the 80s and 90s, cracking the top 150 names for girls. For a whole generation, Meredith was a go-to choice, embodying this kind of smart, confident, modern femininity. Today, its popularity has cooled off a little. As of 2024, it's sitting at number 492 in the US. So while it's not the chart topper it once was, it's still seen as a beloved classic with an incredibly rich story. And of course, the name is all over pop culture. From the unforgettable Meredith Blake in The Parent Trap to characters in huge shows like The Vampire Diaries and Pretty Little Liars, the name has really solidified its place in our collective imagination.
And the name has also proven to be super versatile, which you can see in all its nicknames. Whether it's the classic Mare or Mary, something more vintage sounding like Edie, or even the playful Red, there's a version of Meredith to fit pretty much anyone.
You know, the journey of Meredith from great lord to modern classic just leaves you with this amazing question. What forces of history, sound, and culture can cause a name to completely reinvent itself? It's a great reminder that even the simplest words can carry the most extraordinary stories. Let us know which one we should tackle next.